friends, I'm Asu and welcome to the build diary of the Bladestorm champion I played on my stream. The whole point of this video is to give you a feeling for a build without min-maxed gear. I also want to show you the progression of my character and what things I learned during leveling and early mapping. This way you see if you like the character and don't get demotivated if you can't afford to throw tons of exalteds at it. Cyclone Champion with the Impale mechanic was my first character I ever farmed Uber Elder with, which was the highest endgame content back in the days. I remembered how insanely strong and easy it felt and wanted to see how the character would do a couple of leagues later with some changes to it. It's my first time ever playing Bladestorm and I instantly fell in love with this skill. The impactful blood and sand stance changes and the ballerina animation of my duelist got me hooked on first sight. Right now you see me mapping my Bladestorm champion with solid but not high-end gear on an Awakening level 4 tier 15 map. I don't have 2020 gems yet and miss most of my damage and a chunk of life on level 91. I switched to this character the second week of the league, but it basically served as a league starter as I had no currency and needed all my Atlas progression. Impale is a very strong mechanic that carries you into maps even with very little gear. I'll tell you which investments are most important later and write down notes in this little box here so you won't miss any. I began my journey with the Perforate skill that I got right after killing Hillock. At level 4 I turned on my blood and sand aura and the skill felt so much better with it. Precision was another aura I used from level 10 onwards, but I didn't level it up. Clarity helped me with the early leveling mana issues on top of a mana flask. Rage is a great support gem to use after level 18 and I only replaced it way later with Fortify. Together with leveling uniques like a Tabula, Wanderlust and Goldrim and regularly changing weapons, I was all set to have a smooth leveling experience until I could pick up Bladestorm at level 28. I boosted my damage with different heralds and auras, helped Alira and pushed for the life and mana leech node on the tree. A mana flask is still needed until higher level, but it made my life already easier. At level 31 I started to use the Impale support gem and with it my next big goal was to get 100% Impale chance on my character. Therefore Master of Metal was the first ascendancy node to take in normal lap and I also started using Dread Banner around this level. Also I pushed for Swift Skewering on the tree that I respect later for Forceful Skewering. After that I was traveling the tree and investing into crit nodes for more damage. The Call to Arms keystone makes it possible to use a war cry on the left mouse button. In this case, Enduring Cry for more tankiness and nice life regeneration effect. At level 51 I equipped the Terminus Est sword and switched to dual wield Ichimoni swords later, which made it possible to run all my endgame auras simultaneously without an enlightened gem. Due to the high attack speed on these weapons, I was very fast and able to push into mid-tier maps without issues. As soon as I started mapping, I invested more points into life and fortify effects on the tree to get more tanky. I also went for Conqueror and Versifoe in Cruel and Uberlap respectively. To make my clear speed better and because we all like to see things pop, I bought Hemophilia gloves with the attacks have +% to critical strike chance corruption. To solve my mana issues, I also got some minus to total mana cost rings. The last basic item I bought was a corrupted 6-link body armor with the right socket colors and high life and resistances to replace my Tabula. All of these items cost only a few Chaos Orbs and I managed to map into red tiers with this basic setup and no issues. After I got into high level maps, my damage fell off a little bit and I needed to invest into new weapons. Paradoxicas are an excellent choice for this build. I got mine for 2 Exalted Orbs each and they are certainly good enough to do all the content in the game. Just get a combination of physical damage, attack speed and crit chance. Having the Blood Rage craft on top helps with the clear speed too. With these weapons I also got an Enlighten level 3 to have sufficient mana for all auras that I previously got from the Ichimoni weapons. The basic playstyle of this build is to jump around with Sleep Slam, piano the flasks and use Bladestorm with Sand Aura for clearing maps and Blood Aura for bossing. To boost the single target damage even more, I always use Ancestral Warchief and Protector too, while Ancestral Warchief if I'm feeling extra fancy. If all of this sounds good to you, you can copy my character with the current gear into your Path of Building. The link is down below in the description. All that's left to do at this point is to level up, farm currency and invest into high endgame gear and jewels. The Watcher's Eye with the mod Impales to inflict +2 additional hits while using Pride and a nice explosion chest to replace Hemophilia Gloves with some better option are my next big offense projects. For defense, I would like to get Elemental Ailment Avoidance to 100% and a higher life and chaos resistance overall. I took Unstoppable Hero as my Uberlap Ascendancy, but with the right endgame gear I could also get rid of Versifoe and invest into Inspirational or Fortitude instead. I might make some changes to the tree or skills and min-max some more. After this journey is completed, I wanna release a full-blown build guide with a focus on the endgame and some more in-depth knowledge on top. That's the end of this diary. I hope it helps you on your journey, and sharing my experience with this build will make sure you found a character you enjoy, even with little investment, and you will have a fun character progression. If you enjoyed this content, please click that subscribe button. And I also want to say thank you for all the positive feedback so far. It really motivates me a lot to keep releasing new videos. I'd also be happy to say hi to you on my Twitch stream. I'm usually live on Twitch Wednesdays to Sundays with optional YouTube days. I'm Asu and I hope to see you there or on my next video here. Bye!